Tonight on Philly Sports Spotlight, with Michael Vick getting the start in the preseason opener, it's now Nick Foles who has his back to the wall as he takes over the starting reins for Thursday's game against Carolina. Meanwhile, as Penn State continues to prep for their season opener against the Cuse, we take you inside their brand new strength and conditioning facilities. And speaking of facilities, wait till you see the Temple Owls' new practice nest. Good evening, welcome to Philly Sports Spotlight. I'm Phil Andrews, and one thing's for certain, there has been no shortage of things to talk about around the office water cooler this week where the Philadelphia Eagles are concerned. And with just 2 days to go before the Birds host Carolina, well, preseason game number 2 on the way. I'm sure that a few of those conversations have to do with the Eagles' starting quarterback situation. Now, Michael Vick, of course, got the start last week against the Patriots with the preseason opener, but Thursday night, well, Nick Foles will show you how he rolls when he gets to start against Carolina. So far, head coach Chip Kelly has played the cards close to his vest as to who his starting quarterback will be for the regular season. As far as Nick Foles' efforts against New England, here's the writing on the wall. Vick's numbers were solid for the time that he played. As we take a look at the full screen here, Michael Vick, you see there, 4 of 5, 94 yards and 1 touchdown, a near-perfect quarterback rating. Nick Foles didn't do too bad either, 5 of 6 for 43 yards, but he did have one costly turnover. Now, while the QB situation continues to work itself out, the Eagles have other issues to consider. While most Eagle fans have focused their attention on that quarterback battle between Michael Vick and Nick Foles, the real issue concerning the Eagles was blatantly clear during the team's preseason game against New England. After all, the Patriots' first play from scrimmage, Stephen Ridley takes it 62 yards up the middle to help set up the game's first touchdown. The Eagles' defense gave up 248 yards rushing, 400 yards in total offense overall, to which Coach Kelly responded, "I think there were a couple of missed tackles out there. We missed a gap, I know, on that first long run to start the game. We'll watch the film, make sure we understand exactly what happened, and try and correct those mistakes." Meanwhile, in that battle for the starting QB job, Michael Vick clearly made a statement coming out of the game with a slight advantage. Vick says that, "I'm trying to make a statement every day. I promise myself that every step I take, I will try to treat it like my last. I know I've said that before, and I want to keep on continue saying that, but that's just how I feel. Every day is a competition, and to me, I'm competing against myself." Meanwhile, Nick Foles has taken this quarterback competition in stride and does not seem too bothered by his fumble, which fortunately did not lead to any New England points. Foles says that they are analyzing us all the time. It's hard to pick and choose, but I think it's just a huge amount of our work that they're going to take into account. But it's something Mike and I really aren't worrying about. I was excited to watch him go out there and play and really sling it around. Meanwhile, there was encouraging news this week as LeSean McCoy returned to practice. McCoy, of course, tweaked his knee a little over a week ago and has been getting treatment to ease his way back into practice mode.
I've been treating for about four days, and the thing is, Coach Kelly, we're still in the preseason, so I don't think he wants to really have me out there if I'm not 100%. And it's still early. I don't have any big issues. I don't think any surgeries or anything like that to worry about. Just one of the things where you turn the wrong way and it kind of tweaked up a little bit, a little swollen, but I'm good now. I feel good.
And as LeSean continues to ease himself back into the grind, the running back chores have been divvied up between Bryce Brown and Chris Polk, both of whom showed flashes against New England.
Pope has really stood out of all the backs, including myself this camp. Just consistently every day, working hard and getting better. I think as a young guy, you got to always consistently prove yourself, and he's been doing that. So hopefully everything works out with him and much success with him and being here. And we need him. We need tons of backs here.
Of course, Coach Andy still has 3 more games to work out the kinks and get things rectified. But as he goes, so does the rest of the team. Now, my curiosity got the best of me. So with that said, I reached out to some of my Facebook peeps to get their thoughts on Chip Kelly's first preseason game. And the reaction, as you would expect, were mixed. Craig says, too soon to tell. Offense seemed okay. The defense has a long way to go. Philly, they can't spell defense. They don't even have the personnel. Rick, not very optimistic, looking for the Birds to go 0-16. I doubt that will happen. Nat, nothing will change. They stink. Dan, I don't watch preseason football. I have no interest. How can you not have an interest with a new regime? Michael, offense will be a track meet. Defense, well, they'll have a hard time stopping people. And we also have Matt, who thought the offense was good, loved the tempo. The defense, You see, there's a theme here. The defense not very good, was very tough. And Dan says the good, no more Andy Reid. The bad, the D is horrible. And the ugly, for whatever reason, he does not like Chip Kelly's visor. Of course, as far as the fans are concerned, they held another one of those open practices to the media down at Lincoln Financial Field this past weekend. These practices, of course, free to attend. And if you want to know more about how you can get your ticket for one of the final open practices, check out the Eagles website for more information. And for those of you who had not the chance to go down there yet to Lincoln Financial Field for these open practices, here are your final two chances, August 17th and August 26th. Once again, check out the Eagles website for more information. Time now for this week's Philly Sports Spotlight trivia question. As Nick Foles and Michael Vick continue the battle for the Bird starting quarterback spot, can you tell me who holds the honor as the franchise's first ever starting QB? Of course, we'll have that answer for you coming up a little bit later on in the show. All right, folks, time to take our first break. When we return, a lot of testosterone there. We'll take you to Happy Valley and show you why there is strength in numbers at Penn State.